getting picked up by Lucky Strike to get to a different part of the island. We checked out of our resort and we're going to be staying with her Aunt May.
There you are, pretty lady. It's good luck for you, alright? Thank you. So you have a good day, alright?
Alright, man, appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is Christian Wayne. He's pretty much family. And this is May.
Hi.
She is a retired IFBB pro judge. She was a pro figure competitor. How long ago?
I don't think we had figure in my days. I was a lightweight bodybuilding competitor.
How long ago?
How long ago? In the 80s.
In the 80s.
1983 NPC lightweight champion.
Nice.
Yes, another name for St. Lucia is the Helen of the West Indies, like the Helen of Troy. So St. Lucia traded hands 14 times between the British colony and the French. It became known as the Helen of the West because it was so prime. So what we have in our background here is St. Lucia's most iconic features, the twin pitons, or as locals call them, Helen's tits.
Easier to jump here.
What happened? what happened there, Casey?
I jumped the wrong way. Okay, the boat was rocking. I got this. Okay, you guys ready for me? Yeah.
Truck. Day 4, St. Lucia. We got our day started off with some breakfast, and then Christian kind of gave us a tour around town. If you want to explain a little bit where we were.
So I just took Tyler and Casey through Castries, which is the capital of St. Lucia. Castries is really where you get to see a lot of the authentic life about being a Caribbean citizen, what it looks like day to day, where you buy groceries from, farm to table kind of experiences. They saw lots of fruits, and I think Casey bought some she's never tried before, right?
Yeah. Papaya.
And I see some passion fruits, passion fruits.
I don't need a bag, it's okay. I'm sure you don't need a bag. I'm sure. Thank you. Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how safe do you feel drinking that?
5.
5?
In between.
Wow. Wow. I like that, man. That's a bird feeder represents a couple.
Okay.
Yes, mama, papa. This
Mama,
one,
papa.
mama, papa, and the baby.
Okay.
For transport. Put everything on the TV. Yeah. Comes apart for transporting.
Okay.
Understand? My name is Johnny Be Good.
Okay.
Johnny Be Good.
Yeah, Arnold used to call me Ricky Vane. He's a man with the veins. The veins all over.
My mom is best friends with his wife of how many years?
Oh yeah, forever.
Forever. His wife of
Our
forever.
best friend, yeah.
I grew up with his son Christian Wayne, and he's one of the historical icons of bodybuilding. He was in the era of the aesthetics crew with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What we call the golden age. I left here when I was in Lucia when I was about 16 or 17. I went to England, and I remember the first thing I did with a few bucks I had, a a few pounds that I had in those days was because my folks weren't wealthy and like that. I just wanted to get off the island to get into the world of bodybuilding. And I remember the first call I put through in a call box, those red call boxes they have all over London, was to call Reg Park. And I called him and, of course, spent most of my money just talking to the great Reg Park, you know, who was at his peak at the time. Same time around Steve Reeves was at his peak. And those were I mean, for people like Arnold, myself, Frank Zane, and so on, those were the gods of bodybuilding when we were kids. So talking to this guy and the encouragement he gave me, oh, phenomenal. I started bodybuilding at 13 with the Charles Atlas thing. And by the time I was 15, I graduated to this home midweights, and I left here about 17. And among the first things I did in England was to find a gym. And eventually Joe Weider brought me over from England to New York, where I took over as editor of Muscle Builder magazine. And that's when things really took off. I eventually won Mr. Universe 3 or 4 times, Mr. America at least twice with Weider, and the WBBG, which was run by somebody else, won Professional Mr. America. I won Mr. Europe and all those titles in England. And what stopped me was, well, I was training for the Olympia that Frank Zane won, and I realized I'd hurt myself in a car accident and neglected it, and it was a nerve problem. My arm stayed down there for 2 weeks before the Olympia. My left arm couldn't move, etc. Horrible pain. My special perverse joy out of the whole thing is that when Frank Zane eventually won, and Sports Illustrated was interviewing him live on stage, and asked him who was his greatest competition that night, and he said, well, he's not here, he's in bed in Woodland Hills, California, Los Angeles, you know. And that made my night, my day, and my year. Because, but on the other hand, it's the one title I didn't win. This was taken at World Gym. And Sergio was making a comeback. In fact, he had done the comeback, he had lost, and Joe had flown him from New York to California, and we went to World Gym to do a photo session. And out of nowhere, Arnold appears with his wife, and those two guys were always at odds. But Arnold was always so kind to him and trying to do him favors, but he just resisted. That's one of my favorite shots. That is a contest that everybody said I should have won. See Arnold and myself here. Yeah. I was in superb shape from tanned and from training in California. It's Franco Columbu, Dave Draper. This guy didn't belong here. He just jumped into the shot. What do you call those things when somebody jumps into the
Photobomb.
A photobomb. That's exactly what he was. Photobomb. And my trophy, one of my trophies, because I had a whole bunch that night, and of course Frank Zane. Yeah. But it was one of my favorite pictures.
So where did you place at that show?
I think I placed second.
Placed second
to
Arnold.
Yeah. And I won my class as well. Okay. We had classes in those days.
And which show?
But I think now
Which show is this?
Mr. Universe or something.
Britain?
Yeah, that was Mr. Universe in New York.
Okay.
Yeah. My idea of a physique is the way you look.
Oh, thank you.
The way you look. That's my idea of physique. You look good in clothes and you look good on the beach.
Thank you.
That's what it's about now. Unless you want to compete, in which case you got to turn grotesque.
Yeah.
You know.
Which I'm not going to do.
And I think that's a pity. It's a pity.
Well, thank you for your time and everything. Like I told Casey the other night, I was like, this was like one of the highlights of my trip, just getting to sit down with you, because I mean, your whole era was what I looked up to and was what got me into actually trying to perfect my physique myself.
Are you familiar with Frank Zane's physique?
Yes, exactly.
Because that's who you remind me of.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Frank was amazing.
Yeah.
It was very funny watching him pose up against Mike Mentzer, because Mike was sure he could easily beat Frank Zane. It never happened.
Yeah.
I mean, when you saw Mike by himself, whoa.
He was big, right?
Yeah. And then you put Frank Zane against him, and the symmetry and everything of Frank Zane just blew away the size.